We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. Preparations by government agencies are underway as Filipinos travel to cemeteries and hometowns in time for the long Undas weekend. Here's our report.
The Philippine Coast Guard has been placed on heightened alert for this year's Undas or All Saints' Day. Port passengers are expected to increase throughout Undas to be with their families in the provinces, while many are going on vacation in different tourist destinations. The PCG said it has intensified operations with the Philippine Ports Authority and the Maritime Industry Authority in performing vessel safety and security inspections and reminding port passengers to follow COVID-19 protocols. Meanwhile, the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange is prepared to serve about 150,000 passengers per day during the expected influx of passengers for Undas. The PITX is engaged in a multi-sectoral meeting between the Land Transportation Office, Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, and the Philippine National Police and the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority. For its part, the LTFRB will ensure enough public transport by providing special permits to PUV operators. The LTO earlier announced it will raise the alert level for land transportation as part of Oplan Biyaheng Ayos Undas 2022. Meanwhile, the Bureau of Fire Prevention reminded the public to be mindful of the 3Ks or Kandila, Kuryente, and Kalan during the weekend leading to All Saints' Day. The BFP reminded the public to observe fire safety by ensuring that they have put off candles and switched off electric appliances and cooking stoves before they leave their homes. The BFP will hold mobile announcements about fire safety and inspect ports, malls, churches, hotels, and restaurants where they anticipate crowds. For the Pna Newsroom, I am Marita Muaje.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos remembers the hospitality and generosity of Filipinos in Hawaii as officers and members of the Filipino Chamber of Commerce in Hawaii paid a courtesy visit in Malacanang. The Filipino Chamber of Commerce of Hawaii is considered as one of the biggest and oldest Filipino chambers in the United States, providing support to Filipino entrepreneurs in Hawaii. During the call, the president reminisced about how his family owes so much to the Filipino community in Hawaii during the years that his family made the island state their home. He also outlined his administration's policies and programs to keep the nation's post-pandemic growth momentum. Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte denied the Department of Education is engaged in rebranding and whitewashing of the martial law period in Philippine history. In a statement, Duterte emphasized that she knows the importance of the martial law period as well as the EDSA revolution in the country's history, noting that her late grandmother Soledad Duterte led Yellow Friday movement demonstrations in Davao City. She added that the new society or Bagong Lipunan are well discussed within their proper context in DepEd textbooks since 2000. Duterte said that it is not her mandate as the Education Secretary to destroy the integrity of history. Moreover, she said that the DepEd is not in the business of erasing facts about martial law and replacing them with something else. Reports that the Marcos dictatorship is being whitewashed in the basic education curriculum recently went viral on social media, highlighting a content from a DepEd module. Duterte said the viral post was cropped and presented out of context by critics, accusing the administration of rebranding and historical revisionism. As such, she warned the public against acting maliciously and using the DepEd to distort public sentiment towards the history of martial law. The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board reminds public utility vehicle operators to get and display a copy of the new fare matrix guide inside their vehicles. The new fare matrix allows PUV operators and drivers to charge passengers with the increased fares approved last September 16. The LTFRB stressed that PUVs that don't have the new guide cannot charge the higher fares, and those who violate the policy will be penalized. Passengers are also advised to follow the new fare matrix. Those who find themselves being charged higher fares without the new guide in sight are encouraged to contact the LTFRB on Facebook, email, or through their hotline 1342. That's the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We're also shown on the social media pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and Radyo Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I'm Stephanie Civiliano, who tells stories that inspire change.